It's a little late for explanations, don't you think, Brooke?
Yes, I know, and I should have told you about Hope sooner.
You didn't tell me at all. I had to find out through your lover.
Deacon is not my lover.
Well, he was. How, Brooke? How could you do that? Your own daughter's husband, huh?
Rich, that was the biggest mistake of my life. And all your anger and your disillusionment, I understand that because that's exactly how I felt too. You can't begin to imagine what it feels like to realize how weak you really are. I was in a terrible place in my life. I was weak and I was gullible. And Deacon told me that he was leaving Bridget. I really believed that their marriage was over. I know that that is no excuse. But in the state that I was in, it made sense. It made it all bearable.
Yeah, whatever.
Rich, I'm not telling you this to justify what I did. I'm just telling you because I want you to understand where I was at.
You were lonely, right? That you were lonely, okay?
I was lonelier than I've ever been. And now that loneliness has turned to shame. And I was going to tell you, Rich. I really was. I just didn't want to ruin everything that we had found. Especially after everything that you had lost. Please. Just say something.
That's the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. You betray your own child because you didn't want to be lonely. You sleep with her husband because you're emotionally paralyzed. I don't know which one's more disappointing here. The fact that you did it, or the fact that you think that I could forgive you for what you've done.
I guess I don't have anything to say.
And I haven't exactly been listening to you very well, have I? You think I'm spending too much time with Brooke? It's all right. It's all right because all that's gonna change.
Hey, good looking.
Hey, you. You're back.
Yep.
How you doing?
Well, I think I can honestly say I've never been this happy in my entire life.
I can tell. You're beaming.
Bridget, I still can't believe it. I mean, Macy is alive. It's like my wildest dreams have come true. My mom is doing okay. I mean, my entire life changed in one instant. Come here, you.
Oh. Yeah. I know. I mean, it's all anybody can talk about around here. Macy Alexander's back from the grave.
Oh, look, Bridget, I'm really sorry, okay? I would have called and told you everything myself. Believe me, I wanted to. I just got so caught up in everything. I mean, I'm getting Macy set up at the house. I'm helping my dad at Spectre to make sure my mom stays in bed, which I'm sure you can imagine is a job in and of itself. So things have just been a little crazy.
Man, it's okay. You don't have to explain it to me. I'm really happy for you.
You don't seem too happy.
I don't want to get you down. I mean, just things are a little crazy with my family, too. Ridge and my mom are having some problems.
bad?
I think it might be affecting the kids. Thomas called me today, and he sounded really upset. He wanted me to come over tonight, and I wanted to say yes.
But you didn't.
No. And now I have this really strange feeling I should have.
Rich, I didn't come here to ask for your forgiveness. I know that's a long time coming.
Oh, I don't think you really know how long, Brooke.
I'm a patient woman.
Aren't you afraid you might get lonely, huh? God knows what you might do.
Rich, I'm not the same person that I was. I've learned from that experience. And we'll learn from this one, too. We both will.
Oh, I think I've learned my lesson all right.
I know you're angry and you're bitter, and you need to close yourself off from me and close your heart. But I'm glad you opened your heart to Bridget. She told me that you stayed the night there. And I think that's good. I think you both need somebody to talk to. And it's great if you can both find comfort in each other.
Why don't I feel better? Why isn't this working?
The touch of your hand still lives in my skin like a shadow I can't embrace. Wherever it ends is where it begins, without ever leaving a trace. So you live in me, and I live in you, and the rest is for love to tell.
Can you come over tonight?
Sweetie, I'm sorry. I don't think I can.
Please? We'll be real quiet, and we won't bother you if you have to study.
I wish I could. But I can't. Not tonight.
Bridget, look, I really wouldn't worry about it, okay? I'm sure that Thomas is fine. You wanna know what worries me? The only thing you seem to be concerned about is what's best for Ridge and the kids. What about you? Bridget, what about what's best for you?
I'm trying to do both.
Yeah, well, I hate to tell you this, but it's not working. Look, I don't want to seem callous here or anything, but this whole thing seems a little bit lopsided to me. I mean, when Taylor died, you offered to pitch in, which was wonderful. But then you practically end up living over there. And Ridge takes you to Europe and you spend the entire time hanging out with him and the kids. I mean, Bridget, you are the smartest student at one of the hardest programs in the country. You don't need to be Ridge's nanny.
CJ, I'm not his nanny. You don't understand. I wanted to be with Ridge and the kids in Portofino. I chose to spend all that time at the house. I've treasured every single second I've spent with those kids. It's not an obligation, CJ. It's not a duty. I did it because there's nothing else in the world I wanted to do more.
Wow. I guess you really fell in love, huh?
You're glad I went to see Bridget.
Well, I wish you hadn't run out of the house the way you did. But if you had to go anywhere, I'm glad that you showed up on her doorstep.
You know why I went?
You were worried about her.
I didn't think there was any way in hell that she really forgave you, Brooke. I knew that deep down inside she was as angry with you as I was. And you know what? I was right.
Whatever she said to you, Ridge, is between the two of you.
You don't really want to hear it, do you?
If Bridget wanted me to know, she would have told me.
Oh, that's great. That's very accommodating of you. Where was all that respect when you were sleeping with her husband?
Taking pot shots at me isn't going to make you feel better, Ridge.
No, you're right, it's not. You said you didn't want me to forgive you. Actually, I wish I could. I think it would be a lot easier that way. If I was able to just say, it's in the past, it's done with, we don't have to think about it. We can move on with our lives now. It'd be great. I mean, Bridget tried to do that. She gave it her best shot, but she couldn't do it, Brooke. Because all the hurt and the bitterness is still there, and I just can't live my life like that, okay?
Ridge! What's going on?
Nothing.
Brooke, I must say, I'm surprised to see you here.
She was just leaving.
I think that would be for the best. Where are the kids?
Thomas is upstairs. The girls are staying over at a friend's house.
Too bad, because I had a surprise for them. A good one.
Massimo, could you give that to Thomas? Because he could use some cheering up.
Certainly. Do you think floor seats to the Lakers would do it?
I think that'd probably work real well. I'll go up and tell him that you're here.
I'll just let myself out.
Don't worry. If she gets lost, I'll be only too happy to show her the door.
Those kids. Seems like you really fell in love with them, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, they're very special.
No, you're right about that. They are. And you're also right about them having been through a lot this year. Bridget, so have you. I mean, this has been a roller coaster year for you, too.
I'm dealing with it.
Yes, you are. That and everyone else's problems, too.
CJ, come on, there's nothing wrong with helping people.
No, you're right. There isn't. That is not where I'm coming from at all, okay? Believe me, I have gotten enough of your help to know that you're really good at it. Bridget, you are such a caring, loving, giving person. And that is great if you are on the receiving end, but I really think it's starting to take its toll on you. I mean, you can't go on like this, not taking care of yourself. Yes, you love those kids, but they are not your responsibility. You know, their lives aren't gonna collapse if you're not there 24 hours a day. You know what? If Rich really cares about you, I'm sure he would say the same thing.
I don't feel so good.
You don't need to give me a lecture, Massimo. I already got one from your sidekick, Stephanie.
Why would I feel like lecturing you on morality? Your entire life is a quintessential cautionary tale.
I don't think Ridge would appreciate his boss talking to me that way.
I'm more than his boss. I'm his friend, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you come in here and re-spin your web. He is free of you, Brooke, okay? And there's not a damn thing you can say to change that.
You have no idea what Ridge and I have been through. The crises we've survived.
Oh, listen, you know, I'm sure you're gonna survive this, both of you. But you're not gonna survive it as a couple. You are not gonna move into this house. You are not gonna be the mother of his children. Go create some havoc in some other family, for God's sake. You know something? Why don't you find someone else's life to ruin? I have an idea. Why don't you call Deacon up? From what I understand, you two are made for each other. Selfish, conniving, despicable to the core.
All right, that's it. I don't need to stand here and listen to this. I am leaving.
Good, because as far as I'm concerned, you never have to come back.
You've wanted this for a long time, haven't you?
Getting rid of you, Brooke? Huh. I'm halfway there.
Hey, sport. Massimo's got a couple of tickets. God. Thomas. Thomas, can you hear me? Thomas. Thomas, what have you done? What have you done? Massimo! Massimo, call 911! I need some help up here.
God. Thomas.
I'll make the call.
Thomas, hang on, buddy. Help's coming. Help's coming.
Oh, dear God. Thomas.
Thomas, wake up.
Bridge, what happened?
Oh, he must have gotten in the liquor cabinet.
You're kidding.
Thomas!
Thomas, look.
Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Open your eyes. Thomas! What have you done here? Thomas, wake